Louisiana beer reviews. Vicky, Chamoy, Victoria, Chela Chingona con Chamoy y Tamarindo. Established in 1865, Victoria beer is Mexico's oldest beer brand. It's a Vienna lager. This is a Chamoy version, sweet and spicy. They're showing, looks like mangoes, some kind of root, 2 types of hot peppers. I found this at Ideal Market in Metairie, Louisiana, on Louisiana Highway 3152. Louisiana uses all these long 3000 series numbers for their highways, but there's no 2000 series. All right, so I live close to Louisiana Highway 44, and then there's thousands series, but no 2000. So they were in 1955. They replaced a illogical highway numbering system with a equally illogical highway numbering system. All right, anyway, but it is there if you find 3152 on the corner of United States Highway 61 in the northeast corner of that interchange. Okay, so there is a date. It's a very difficult code to figure out. I can see it was made at 1:05 in the afternoon, but I can't, yeah, there's no way. Okay, Ideal Market specializes in mostly Mexican and Central American products, but mostly Mexican. And I guess, and if you look on the Grupo Modelo website, there's not just the Victoria and the Vicky Chamoy. There's like Victoria Michelada. There's Vicky, nickname for Victoria, Vicky Pina, like a pineapple version. So, but if you went to like Mexico City, or even maybe like Matamoros or Reynosa, you'll probably find many, many more Grupo Modelo products than we get in the United States. We just get a sampling here in Louisiana. Brewed and canned by Cerveceria Modelo Nava, Mexico, imported by Crown Imports. They control the importation and distribution of Modelo products in the United States. The parent company of Modelo is actually Anheuser-Busch InBev, who owns Budweiser. Okay, but because of U.S. antitrust law, anti-monopoly law, so-called, they don't allow InBev to control it in the U.S. In every other country, it's under their control. All right, beer with natural flavor and certified colors. So there's going to be food coloring to make it look red. In 2025, the U.S. government outlawed the use of red number 3. They still allow red number 40. Natural flavors, you would figure would be like mango extract, this root extract, whatever that is, chili peppers, maybe sugar for the chamoy, the sweet part, cane sugar. I don't know. There's no website listing for this. I looked on the Victoria website. I mean, there's a website listing on Grupo Modelo, but they just show a photo of the beer. If you click on it, nothing happens. So it just lists it like we make this, but it doesn't tell you anything useful. So there's technically a website listing, but nothing helpful. 3.5% alcohol, 155 calories per 12 ounce. So this is a double serving. Is this 25 or 24? 24. Okay, so 155 times 2, 310 calories for this can. Now, somebody asked me one time, well, if it's 3.5% alcohol for 12 ounces, would it be 7% for the double can? No, it would still be 3.5% by volume, but you would be getting double the alcohol because you'd be drinking 2 cans. Okay. You'd be getting 3.5% alcohol twice instead of if it was a 12-ounce can once. What I mean. Now, do they sell this in 12-ounce cans or bottles? I don't think any of these cheladas, chamoys, micheladas are sold in bottles because there might be a problem where they bust the cap off of them. Like it builds up fermentation with the tomato, and so you see these in cans. We definitely can get 12-ounce cans of Budweiser and Bud Light Clamato, which are also very good. Okay, so probably has salt in it. Let's see, it's red from tomatoes and probably the food coloring. Translucent, the light shines through it, but you can't see through it. Salt. Doesn't say anything about that, but I should be able to detect that, which would make it almost like a Goza salted beer. The aroma is like candy, like candied vegetable, candied tomato, and candied chili peppers. All right, let's go with the taste. Now, all the Hispanic people I know, Jose, Pablo, Leticia, none of them, and more, none of them like spicy food. Like I say, you don't ever eat anything but hot sauce or hot pepper. Oh no, I'm like, man, it's such a common thought in America that people from Cuba or Nicaragua, they want spicy everything, and they were saying no, that's like Mexicans that like spicy hot stuff. But in our mind, anybody from a Latino country is going to want spicy food. But Italy is a Latino country. France is Latino. Romania is. I don't know if they like spicy food there. Yeah, sweet. I don't know what to make of these chamoys. Honestly, I would rather if they weren't sweet. If it was just bitter and hot. And by the way, there's no heat here. It's just a little slight spicy, but it's not heat. It's just like a pepper spice. I had the Estrella Jalisco Chamoys, which I bought in Texas. We don't get Estrella Jalisco Star here in Louisiana. Those were nice, but it was similar to this. This jet sweet and spicy. I know it's a popular flavor, but in my case, I rather just the Chilada Michelada is more salt oriented. Tastes like there's a little salt here, a little bit salt, a little bit. Tomato, yeah. Fish, clam broth or anything like that? No. You get that with the Budweiser Clamato and the Bud Light Clamato, especially the Sol Clamato, which shows a clamshell on the label, and it tastes like raw fish to me. Oyster, shellfish. Oyster or clam. Mango, yes, that's where some of the sweetness is coming from for sure. Maybe they're not adding sugar. Maybe it's just from the mangoes and the peppers. I'd say 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. 0 out of 5 hop cones. It does contain hops, but they're probably minimal and they're probably not bittering hops, probably just flavor, aroma hops. So tomato, chili peppers, not hot ones. This sugar from the chamoy, the mango sugar, which would be fructose. Beer flavor. Yeah, there's a shade of that. It doesn't look like they're using Victoria though. Looks like they're probably using Modelo, same company, the Modelo Lager Especial. Honestly. Who makes a great chilada, by the way? 3-point alcohol. 3.5% alcohol. Yeah, you're not going to get affected, physiologically. Like, I'm drinking all day. And you can drink this all day, you're not going to feel it. You might get sick to your stomach or something because that. But I like the tomato aspect. I prefer if it was more vegetable. More like a green bean, tomato. That like that kind of style. But it's made. It is. Yeah, there's like a rind around the glass. I think it must have the salt, but it's not. Doesn't taste salty. You want a salty one? Get the Dos Equis, or is it the Modelo? It's one of those. The Limon y Sal. I could barely stand it. It tastes like an oversalted soda cracker. It was, ugh. Yeah. When I visited Mexico many times, road trips, I would see those places, those like little carts, and they were selling these chamoy things. It's like sweet and spicy, mostly sweet. I never bought it. You could almost like smell it. It's like on a stick or something. If you live in New England, like Massachusetts or Connecticut, think along the lines of a candied apple, but replace it and say candied tomato. Candied Creole tomato. It's fine. It's well made. They hit the nail on the head. I'm going to go 9.5 out of 10. A solid A. I see why these are very popular at those Latino. I've never seen it at Racetrack or Circle K. Only at Ideal Market, which has an abundance of Latino beers. Not my preference. I just said that, but and I was criticizing the Limon y Sal. Excuse me, but that was over salted. That was like they went berserk with it. I like the lightly salted ones. As it interplays with tomato. Now, regular Goza beer, I don't like those. Personally, I don't. But as they interact with tomato, I like those. Especially if they're the picante, the hot ones, which aren't really that hot. The only one that had some true heat was the Dos Equis Amber Ale, spicy with the, they call it fire ant tears. It's a pretty hot pepper they use, and you could feel it in the back of your throat. It would come in to play like, it was like a delayed reaction. It was like, oh. They should have kept that, but that was only out for a couple of months. And they said on the bottle, made with fire ant tears. That was a really nice one. Everything like the Dos Equis Roja, the red lager. That was a great one, huh? Gone. Leinenkugel's red lager, gone. Leinenkugel's gone. Leinenkugel's brewery is gone. Shut down in 2025. Sad to say. Yeah, it's definitely a solid 9.5 out of 10. Has a lot of savory qualities. The body's medium. The finish is still mostly dry. Even if I don't like it, I'm starting to warm up to it. I can see the appeal. It has a lot of, and there is a bitterness coming into play now, which I didn't expect. And the bitterness, I think, is coming from tomato peel. I don't think it's coming from hops. It tastes like, like the tomato peel be kind of bitter. And there's a lot of sediment at the bottom of this glass. Chunks. And it even looks like tamarindo powder. I think if I do a swish and pour in this can, it's going to cloud up in a very big way. But I don't think I can fit it. I did kind of roll the can a little bit. Well, here we go. I think I can make it. I can make it. I can do it. Like the little train that could. I think I can. 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 You know what? I know I can. There we go. You got that thick pink head that'll last only seconds. Oh, look at that thickness. You see, it really clouded it up. So listen to the. All right, I'm going to take a photo. All right, so 9.5 out of 10. I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Mexico and take a brewery tour.